What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you get your hands on additional Whisper cards, the easiest and fastest way to earn Witches keys, the best sources for offerings for the Altar of Summoning, and so much more. So be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now, each and every season we get a range of brand new activities, and Season of the Witch is no different. This season we get the Altars of Summoning alongside the Savathun's Spire. Now, Season 22 also sees the introduction of a brand new mechanic in which we can level up not just our abilities and unlock additional upgrades, but more importantly earn some sweet additional rewards. This comes in the form of Whisper cards, and these will be absolutely key to your success in these activities. Now, these come in three types. You have opaque cards, and these can be transformed into major and minor cards over at the Lectern of Divination. Now, the major cards will unlock daily bounties, seasonal bonuses, and additional combat effects. And as for the minor cards, these will unlock seasonal bonuses, including seasonal engrams and additional Witches keys. Now, to start off, we're going to take a look at the best sources for Witches keys. Now, the in-game infographic states that these can be earned by completing activities throughout the system, but there are in fact other additional sources at play as well. You can in fact find 3 of these over on your season pass at ranks 2, ranks 12 and ranks 52. On top of that, you'll find additional ones over at the ritual table. This is where you focus seasonal engrams, which I highly recommend that you do, as these will offer additional offerings that you can use over at the Altars of Summoning, and we'll cover that more later in the video. Now, unlike previous seasons, Witches keys are more important than ever, as these have a very high drop chance when it comes to earning opaque cards. Now, Witches keys will be consumed at the end of both of the seasonal activities, automatically offering you additional rewards, including access to cards for your deck of Whispers. Now, as for the Witches keys themselves, these can be earned via any of the ritual activities, but one of the quickest and easiest ways from previous seasons is in fact over at Dol Inkaru in the Shattered Throne. Previously, it has been possible just to farm Dol Inkaru's boss checkpoint. This takes a little over 30 seconds, and you can in fact hold a checkpoint on one of your additional characters. This will allow you to repeat it, and by continuously repeating this encounter, you'll gain access to seasonal engrams, as well as those all-important Witches keys. Now, if you don't have a checkpoint for Dol Inkaru, you can pick one up over from d2checkpoints.com. They are still bringing up all their checkpoints online after the update yesterday, but if you keep your peepers peeled over on their site, which I'll leave down in the video description below, this would be one of the quickest and easiest ways to get your hands on that CP. Now, as we touched upon earlier, Witches keys will allow you to open Witches chests at the end of the seasonal activities that will offer seasonal gear and additional rewards and Witches engrams. Now, the Witches chests at the end of the activities aren't the only chests that you can earn to unlock additional rewards. Over in Savathun's Spire, there are in fact 2 secret chests that will allow you to unlock additional rewards, including Deep Sight Resonance weapons, even more offerings for the Altars of Summoning, on top of seasonal rewards. Now, between each of the main encounter spaces, this activity has a massive range of jump puzzles, and with that we get some Hive secrets, and you'll need to keep your peepers peeled for some Hive runes. These come in the form of 3 colours, and these colours all represent a relevant weapon element. And the first chest can be located after the first major encounter. When making your way through the jump puzzle, you'll stumble across this Void Hive rune. If you shoot that with a Void weapon, this will activate, and you can make your way through the rest of the puzzle. As you make your way over, you'll see the second Void rune over on the far side, and if we spin around and switch to a solar weapon, there is a solar rune just underneath. By shooting all 3 of these, this will unlock an additional area where we could go pick up a chest for those sweet additional rewards. Now, as for the second chest, this can be found just before the final boss, and as before, you'll get more elemental runes that we need to shoot, and once again these come in the form of Void and Solar. There are 2 of each this time, and you'll find one under each of these 4 platforms. Once again, if you shoot these with the relevant elemental weapon, this will unlock the chest just before the final boss, giving you even more seasonal rewards. Now, it's important to remember that these chests can be only opened once per week for all those additional pieces of loot, but you can still repeat the puzzles, and this will grant a small amount of seasonal vendor reputation. Ranking up your vendor is also another great source, not just for witches keys like we mentioned earlier, but also additional opaque cards. Now, as you earn these opaque cards, it is important to take them over to the Lectern of Divination, and these will help identify exactly which cards you have. Now, if you are able to reset your vendor rank, you'll unlock a new exotic ship called the Sparagmos. This is a heavily hive-themed ship, and as always, after resetting your vendor, this will refresh the rewards for you to earn. This will likely include even more witches keys and potentially even more opaque cards to pick up. Now, once you have 5 major Arcana cards, one of these will automatically be selected at random over in the Deck of Whispers. This will apply a bonus over in Altars of Summoning. So if you want to mix up your deck and get different types of bonuses, then you can interact with each of these to turn them on and off. And depending on which deck you have applied, this will apply the relevant bonus to any of the activities that you undertake over in the altars. Now, if members of your fire team have different decks applied, this will apply the relevant bonuses to you and your team during this activity. So you can combine these bonuses together to make some really deadly combinations, and more importantly, make the more difficult encounters much easier. Now, to trigger encounters over in Altars of Summoning, you'll need to use your feeble, robust, and powerful offerings. Now, as we touched upon earlier, you can pick these up throughout pretty much any of the seasonal activities via the chests and activity completions, but you can also pick these up by focusing seasonal engrams. You will earn an absolute shed ton of seasonal engrams this season, so rather than holding onto them, I do highly recommend focusing them into seasonal armor, and once you have a full set, focusing on the seasonal weapons. Now, the reason I recommend seasonal armor is much like with previous seasons, this has a unique special perk available on it. This will increase your chances of creating additional offerings during activities. With each piece of armor that you're wearing, that perk bonus is increased up to a maximum of 4 times. So I do recommend getting a well-rolled set, and this is easy to do this season, especially when focusing your engrams over at the ritual table. So to summarize, you first want to focus farming ritual activities or the new seasonal activities to earn witches keys. If you're able to though, getting a Dull Encode checkpoint could be your fastest way to those keys. With those keys in hand, you once again want to run the new seasonal activities to get access to those extra chests, which have a much higher drop chance at offering opaque cards. These have a chance to drop during ritual activities and the seasonal activities anyway, but with the increased drop chances, you'll be able to unlock more cards for your Deck of Whispers. It is with those decks you'll be able to access additional bonuses, which you can use over at the Altars of Summoning to provide even further bonuses to you and your fire team, and also gain access to even more additional rewards. All in all, it's a really fun gameplay loop this season, one that could take quite some time to unlock all the cards, but as long as you follow some of the hints and tips in this video, then this should save you an absolute shed ton of time. And as always, if you have any further recommendations, then as always, be sure to sound off down in the comments below. So there we have it, guys, a good look on the fastest ways to earn keys, cards and additional rewards in Season of the Witch. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to get back to the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.